Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to Carabao Cup predictions as the Premier League teams start to return from the World Cup break. We've also got some of the EFL teams still in this competition as we go down to the final 16, and we're going to find out who goes into the final 8, the quarter-finals. Do get your predictions down below. Do make sure to drop a like and subscribe down below. We're so close to 23,000 subscribers. Hit that red subscribe button down below. I've got mine and Sophie's predictions for you guys, and she will be returning to the videos just in a couple days time when we do our Boxing Day predictions. Let's get straight into this, guys, starting at Stadium MK as MK Dons take on Leicester City. Now this is a classic example of favourites versus underdogs, but could MK Dons do it? Well, last time out in League One they did get a great result at Fratton Park as they picked up a valuable 3 points. Yes, they're battling down there, but I think they'll be able to stay up in League One this season. I think there's enough about them that makes me think they'll stay up. And can they cause an upset? Well, Leicester City haven't played in a little while, and just before the World Cup break they were starting to trend up the table. Remember, they started really poorly, but they're actually going in the right direction, and it wouldn't surprise me if Leicester City go quite far in this competition. But for my prediction, I'm going to go for a little upset to start things off. I'm going to go MK Dons 1-0. They're going to grind it out. As for Sophie's prediction, she's going for the favourites. She said MK Dons 1, Leicester City 2. She thinks they'll just get past MK Dons. On to the next one as Newcastle United take on Bournemouth. Massive journey up for those Bournemouth fans. They'll be hoping it's worthwhile, but I don't know. Everything's suggesting Newcastle should win this. Obviously, in the Premier League, Newcastle United are going strong, and it'd be great for them to finish in that top 4, but why not win a cup along the way? I think this has opened up quite nicely. If Newcastle win this, they're into the final 8. There's not many other teams I'd say are definitely better than Newcastle United. I think they could actually go quite far in this competition. As for Bournemouth, it'd be great if they win this, but their ambition is to stay up in the Premier League. I'm going to go Newcastle 2-0, quite comfortable. Sophie's actually going to concur with me, 2-0 to Newcastle United at home. On to the next one, and we go down to St Mary's as Southampton host League One Lincoln City. Now, League One Lincoln City are 14th in their division, and they've been alright so far this season. They've pulled out a couple of decent results, but I must say their run in this competition has been quite impressive. That 3-1 away win at Bristol City was certainly notable. Can they cause an upset here at Southampton, who squirmed past Sheffield Wednesday in the last round? Could be interesting. Southampton are in the bottom 3, and I think we all know they'd take survival over any cup run in this competition. So, could Lincoln City do it? I think it could be close, and yes, I do. I think Lincoln City might just edge this. Call me mad, but I'm backing Lincoln City 2-1 on this occasion. Sophie says it'll be close as well, but she's just going 2-1 to the Saints. She reckons the Premier League side will just have enough to get through. On to Molineux then, and Wolves host Gillingham. Mad to think less than 10 years ago these two were in League One together. Now they're obviously 3 divisions apart. Wolves are in the Premier League, and their ambition will be to stay in the Premier League. They've had a tricky start, and obviously they've had a long run in the Premier League. They want to keep that going. As for this competition, I actually wouldn't be surprised to see Wolves go quite far in it as well. They've got a favourable fixture here. Gillingham did knock out Brentford in the last round, but they are in League 2, and I just don't fancy them to cause an upset on this occasion. I think Wolves will win, and I also think it'll be quite comfortable. I'm going to go Wolves 3-0. Sophie's also going to agree with that. Wolves 3-0. We both think Wolves are going to cruise into the final 8, and who knows, could they win this competition? We'll wait and see. On to Ewood Park as Blackburn Rovers of the Championship host Nottingham Forest of the Premier League. One thing I will say about this one is I think there's going to be more Nottingham Forest fans than Blackburn fans, which is absolutely crazy. Forest obviously haven't played in a while because of the World Cup break, and they've been doing alright in this competition. I think they could go quite far, especially after beating Tottenham. That was a very strong result. As for Blackburn, they've been really good in the Championship. They only win or lose. They do not draw games, so they'll either win this or lose this as well. It's not going to extra time based on Blackburn's record so far this season. Their most recent result was a very impressive win at Norwich City in the Championship, but I think Forest will be well rested. I think they're going to return, and I think they want to go quite far in this competition, especially with all these fans. I think that's going to make the difference. Blackburn 1, Nottingham Forest 4. I think Forest are going to steamroll them. I think the fans are going to be so loud, and everything suggests to me that Forest will get into the quarterfinals here. Sophie's agreeing that Forest win. She's saying Blackburn 1, Nottingham Forest 3. Next up, onto the Valley as Charlton Athletic take on Brighton and Hove Albion. Charlton not doing great in League One, I must say. They're only 4 points above the bottom 3, and they've only won 5 league games this season. They need to get a move on, otherwise they could get sucked into a battle, and goodness me, it'd be crazy to see Charlton in League 2. I hope they don't go down. I think they're a decent club, but I don't think they're going to get past Brighton here. Brighton are a very well established Premier League side. They're pushing for that top 7 finish in the Premier League, and another side that'll fancy a cup run here. I think Brighton will advance. I think this will be quite comfortable. I'm going to say Charlton 0, Brighton 3. Sophie's also agreeing with that. Charlton 0, Brighton 3. We both think Brighton are going to cruise through, and they've got a World Cup winner in their team as well. Everything's looking good for Brighton. On to the next one then, as we go to Old Trafford, Manchester United versus Burnley. Now, it's Premier League versus Championship, and Manchester United do love to add trophies to their collection, but can they get past Burnley, who do look like they're going to make a very quick return to the Premier League? They've been so good in the Championship. Their most recent win was against Middlesbrough, who are one of the form teams in the Championship. They're making it look quite easy. Vincent Kompany, can he do it against his old rival club, Manchester United? I think they might actually do it here. I think it's going to be a really tight game, especially if Manchester United don't go full strength. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Burnley to win on penalties. I'm saying Burnley could just do this. Sophie reckons it'll be a close game as well, but she's just going for Manchester United to win here. Man United 2, Burnley 1. But both of us think it'll be close. I think Burnley might just edge it, and it'd be great to see them in the final 8. On to the final game then, which is at the Etihad. It's Manchester City versus Liverpool. It's the blockbuster game, and these games are always quite interesting in the Premier League, especially when they're at Anfield. I do fancy Liverpool more, but this is at the Etihad, and it's in this competition where Liverpool don't always go full strength. Jurgen Klopp doesn't take this competition too seriously. He likes to rotate players, put in the backup goalkeeper. If it goes to penalties, though, I might fancy Liverpool with Kelleher. You never know. As for Manchester City, though, they do win this competition quite often. They like to add these trophies to their collection, and I think Man City will win. Like I say, they're at home. They might take it a little bit more seriously. Do they have a bigger squad depth? Perhaps. Manchester City are going to win this one 3-1 in my opinion. Sophie also reckons there'll be goals for both sides, but Sophie's going Manchester City 2, Liverpool 1. That's our predictions for the round of 16. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys, as we move forwards towards the quarterfinals in this competition. If your team's still in it, do you think you can win? Get your predictions down below. Do make sure to drop a thumbs up. Do make sure to like. We'll go for 100 likes on this video, and do subscribe as we're closing in on 23,000 subscribers. We'll be back in a couple days' time for Boxing Day predictions when the Championship and Premier League are both back in action in full. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.